Hello, good citizens of YouTube, and welcome for the first time to Vibes with Jay. Yes, that's right. I am starting a channel because why not? We're in a recession, need money, but on a real note, this has always been a dream for me. So I thought, why not start a channel where I could just do whatever I want? So that's why it's called Vibes with Jay. Expect reactions, expect gameplays because I love video games. Expect rankings, expect reviews, expect tier lists. Like, I want to do it all. Anything I'm interested in, why not? Why not? Why not? I've put it off for so long, let me just jump into it. And I thought the best vibe to start this channel off would be something current, would be something nobody can stop talking about, and would be something that I am obsessed with, okay? And I've been obsessed with since I was 13 years old, okay? 13? 2000, it came out 2013, or 10. 10? 10. 10 years old, okay? Stranger Things. Stranger Things. I thought, let's do a tier list and let's rank all of our favorite characters. I'm going to be picking from like the main cast because I don't have energy right now and it's midnight to rank literally every single person we've ever seen in the entirety of the show. So I was like, let's rank these main characters and just talk about them a bit because that's all most of us have been doing anyway, and I wanted to give my opinion because what more controversial way to start off a YouTube channel than to give your opinion on things. So alright, so we have our tier list. I found one online, super easy peasy lemon squeezy, and let's get to ranking. So, first off, we have Argyle. Now, a lot can be said about Argyle. That's not true, because he didn't do too much, okay? I feel like he did just enough to be useful to the group, okay? He gave advice when needed. He provided good weed. So you can't really be mad at him. That's what I think. I think that it's a shame that he's not coming back for the new season. Like, come on, like they bring back all these characters like a bunch of different times, but they can't bring him back. I don't know why. But yeah, I think that he was a cool dude. I liked him more than Jonathan in season 4, so maybe that's controversial or not. I don't know. I'm gonna give him a solid C. Let's start off right in the middle. But he's funny, like he made me laugh, and we need that. So I'll stick with C for now. Let's start off like in the middle area, okay? Billy. Now, his redemption arc, pretty good, pretty amazing. Sacrificing himself to save Max at the end after being so just like shit to her like the entire time really won him back some points. And I think that people love him because of his importance to the plot and his importance to Max's storyline. I was never the biggest fan of Billy. I'm like, sure, he's hot. Like, sure, Karen, you probably should have, don't clown me, but like, come on, girl. But he wasn't the biggest for me. Like, I wasn't the biggest fan of him. I think if I'm going to be honest, I would also put him in C. I really don't like how he acted. I understand his past. I feel like they did a great job with making the audience sympathize with him and really understand his perspectives. But it's also like you were a dickhead for like most of the show. So I'm going to give him... I'll move him up to a B because I think that he played such an important role in the show and in Max's storyline that people like care, By the end of his storyline, people cared. Bob, come on, look at him. Look at him, he's so cute. Oh my god. I love Bob. I've watched this show fully twice. The first time, I wasn't huge on Bob. And I think it's because I was like 14 years old and I didn't really understand how to like care that much about characters. But me and my friend just rewatched this like 2 years ago. And I was obsessed with Bob. I was really, really devastated when he died. Even though it was like kind of expected. I was like, come on, like, it's expected. But I really loved Bob. I don't think he's one of the most important people, but I think that he provided Joyce with a lot of happiness, and he provided her with a lot of safety, and he was needed for that family, okay? his energy, his bubbly like energy like was really needed for Will and Joyce. So I'm gonna put him in B, but I'm gonna put him above Billy because he was nice. Okay, he was nice throughout the whole time. He didn't have much time, but the time he did have, he was very, very sweet. Okay, Dr. Brenner. This is an interesting one because there's always the debate of like, well, he's like a villain, you know? Do we rank him low because he's an asshole? Or do we rank him high because he played such an integral part of the story? Well, I don't care about either of that. I think he falls somewhere in the middle, okay? Based on his actions, he's like a shitty dude. And he only really cared about himself. Like, 11 should have just got out of there, and like, I wish he would have never had to deal with him again. Like, he was doing too much. But he was very significant, I feel. Like, he played such a big role in her finding herself and finding her voice, both literally and metaphorically, that he is very important. And I think his send-off was a great moment of the show. It was amazing. One, because it's like, finally, ding dong, okay? The Brenner is dead. And two, because it was a nice wrap-up with him and Elle's relationship in a way where, like, she could get some closure. And you know she's been waiting for it, okay? You know she's been waiting. She's been counting down the days. So I'm going to put him in a C because he's a dick. But I'm going to put him below Argyle. Dustin, Mr. Henderson. If you don't love Dustin, I don't get it. Like, I don't understand. I feel like he really started off the show in a way where it's like, yes, this is the comedic relief, okay? This is the goofy friend who is easy to love. And I love that for him, okay? That he deserves that. For most of the show, he stayed pretty just happy, enjoyable. Like, he always was trying to figure something out. He always was trying to get to the next chapter of the mission. And for that, he's amazing. Now, we are in season 5, okay? Volume 1 has came out. It is December 9th. Well, now 10th, because it's after midnight. Crazy. Of filming this. So volume 2 has not come out. So Dustin this season has turned into a depressed Eddie, okay? He is going through it. And do I blame him? No. Should anyone? No. Like, Steve and all them getting on his case for the fact that he got beat the fuck up. He got beat up. Like, he couldn't help that. Like, I don't blame him for how he's acting this season at all. I sympathize with him because I'm like, I love you. And I just wish his goofy side would come out before they maybe choose to kill him. So Dustin being one of the... Let me think. Dustin is one of the main 4 friends. I think Dustin's one of the best. I'm going to put Dustin in S. Come on, y'all. Like, there's no other question. Now, is he really high S or really low S? To be determined. But he is Stranger Things, okay? When you think of Stranger Things, you think of Dustin. You think of him and his hats. You think of his really cute little lisp, and he is just the best. Next, we have Eddie Munson. Now, this one is interesting to me, okay? I really liked him. And I really liked his, and this is going to be pulling out of nowhere because it's literally one episode, but him and Chrissy, that storyline was adorable. Like, their little time in the woods just talking to each other when she was trying to get the drugs to, like, stop herself from completely spiraling, that was so great. They were so adorable. They were cute. He was nice. He embraced the main group to just let their freak out, which I'm like, yes, like, please. And he did not deserve to die. I don't know where his storyline would have gone if he didn't die, but, like, come on, y'all. One, it was expected. Like, we know by now, character shows up, they die. Barb, Bob, Alexi, Eddie, Derek, question mark. But he shouldn't have gone. He shouldn't have. It was really upsetting, and I got it spoiled for me on TikTok because my friend watched a TikTok and then said something, and I was like, okay. So maybe that kind of ruins the, like, excitement of his death. That's a bad way to put it, but, like, you know what I mean. But I feel like all around a great guy. Like, really great. And cared about the kids and was put through hell in season 4 just to die. So, that's cool. I'm going to put him in A. Our first A tier. I feel like that's solid for him. 11. Don't play. Come on, y'all. I love 11. I don't think much can be said other than, like, what a girl boss, okay? What a girl boss. Angela! That will be one of the moments that just lives in my head until I'm on a ventilator dying in probably, like, 12 years. I'm obsessed with her, okay? She was able to infiltrate this group. Not by her own choice, but she was able to infiltrate this little group and become someone that they relied on every single time. She was the baddest bitch in the room. Like, you could not touch her, okay? You could. She died in, like, the end of season 1. But, like, there was no touching her. Like, she's great. She's amazing. Stranger Things is Elle. Stranger Things is Dustin. Like, that is this S tier. Like, this is Stranger Things. Like, this is what we know it for. This is what we love it for. It's evolved so much farther, but, like, this is the core of Stranger Things. And you couldn't have Stranger Things without Elle. Like, she has taken down every single bad guy that we need her to, except for one. Come on, please. And she's just always been adorable. I am scared that she's going to die. I am actually really scared that she's going to die because I saw, like, a few Instagram videos of Millie Bobby Brown doing interviews and stuff, and they tweaked me out. They tweaked my shit. Them being like, oh God, what did they say? They were like, oh, like, she was like, I went to the director's or, like, the writer's house and, like, I looked at my character's ending and then I just, like, slowly walked away. I was like, what does that mean? So I'm stressed, but I love her. How can you not love Elle? So she's going right in S tier. I'm gonna put her above Dustin because she's just such a badass. Like, Dustin is a badass, but, like, she takes the cake. Erica. Honestly, like, I love Erica. I love Erica. She's everything. She is another, like, I feel like comedic relief, but she also gets the job done, okay? You need something done, Erica will do it, okay? I love that she actually infiltrated her way into the group and then became one of the most useful members. So Erica, to me, is a solid A tier. Is she above or below Eddie? I think I'm going to put her above Eddie because we've gotten more time with her and she's still being a badass to this day. Look at her eating that ice cream. Like, come on, y'all. Can't tell her nothing. Hopper. One of my favorite characters of any show ever. I'm obsessed with him, okay? If someone asked me, like, name some favorite characters of anything ever, he would be up there. It'd be like him, Sister Jude and Lana Winters from American Horror Story, maybe one or two others from this list that we haven't talked about yet, maybe 11. But he is just so father-coded, and I know that he has a lot of moments, especially I think it was during season 2, where, like, he was doing too much, okay? He was doing too much, and he became irritating with how he was treating Elle. But could you blame him? Like, genuinely, could you blame him? With what this man has been through and what this man has lost, like, he was terrified. And I think that they did an amazing job in showing the human that was Hopper. Like, showing, still to this day, in season 4, episode, 3, I think? He's still, like, arguing with 11. He's still being like, you gotta, and I'm like, 1, let her do her thing. 2, I get it. Because you're stressed and you're scared and you can't deal with any more loss. Like, you just actually can't, or else it will break you. Praying to whatever gods there are in the world that he survives and just lives happily ever after, but I don't think it's gonna happen. But I'm gonna put him top tier above 11. I'm not big on, like, male authoritative figures in shows and movies, unless they're Hopper. So, yeah, he's going right to S. Jonathan. On the rewatch, right? On the rewatch that I did with my friend, I would have put Jonathan higher. Since then, I'm not big on him. Like, I'm not the biggest Jonathan stan. Like, he's okay, and he's useful, and he's helpful, and I can see how much he loves his family, and I can see how much he loves his friends, and I feel like that says a lot about him and like shows who he is as a person. But he was like really useless in season 4, unless I'm just mistaken and I'm forgetting things, which I probably will because my ADHD is off the charts. So if I forget things, just leave them in the comments and give me examples of why I'm wrong, I suppose. Jonathan doesn't really do it for me, okay? If he does end up dying this season, I won't be too heartbroken. I'm not going to be happy. But I don't think I would shed a tear. Sorry. I'm going to put him, because of his... I'm going to put him in B. Don't clown me. Below Bob. Okay? Bob. B. Bob starts with B, so Bob is the head of the B's, okay? Joyce. Don't play with Mother, okay? Please don't. She is probably my favorite character of the whole show. Probably. I am so obsessed with her, and I'm so scared for her. From the jump, she was on it. She was on it. Everyone was just like, doodly-doo, we're in Hawkins, like, weird shit happens, strange. Shit happens, but we don't really care. And she was like, no, my boy's missing. I'm going to get to the bottom of it. I'm going to string up lights like a maniac onto my walls, and I'm going to do an Ouija board ass thing in my house to talk to my dead son who's actually alive somewhere else. And I was like, yes. Yes. Nothing in the show would have happened if Joyce would have just sat on her ass and listened to what Hopper said in the beginning. This show would not have happened. She would have been like, damn. And then, yeah. Vecna would have taken over Will and the whole world would have ended. So, Joyce is Stranger Things. Okay? The one! The one! What about the one? While she's smoking her cigarette? Iconic. Iconic! Her going... This show's crazy. Her going to Russia and breaking Hopper out of prison. Huh? She worked retail like a few years before that. And then she went on a whole adventure to Russia to save her like boyfriend, husband thing and got him out of there. Crazy. Insane. She is so Mother, and if she dies, I can't, y'all. I'm done. I'm done. Delete the video, delete the tier list, delete the show, delete everything. Do not touch Joyce. Let her be happy. You can kill Will, whatever. I like Will. But don't touch Joyce. Please. Oh my god, please. I need her and Hopper to be happy, and I need them to live. Those two are probably my favorite characters of the whole show. Need it. So, Joyce for the win. Karen Wheeler. Honestly, putting it right there. Okay. Love Karen. Love Karen. And no, this is not, probably is, bias just from episode 2. Stay away from my daughter! I was like, yes, I screamed. We all screamed. I was like, gagged. She's everything. Oh my god, she's so everything. Of course she has her moments. Like, she has her moments, okay? She's with Ted, so I'm not gonna clown him too much, but like, come on. Like, she has moments. But y'all want more, like, complex women characters, and then y'all don't appreciate Karen Wheeler like that. Y'all don't appreciate where she was coming from, what she was doing. That talk she had with Nancy about how Nancy is a fighter. Sobbing and sobbing even more, sobbing after she got attacked by the Demogorgon. Karen deserves the world, and I'm not sure what's going to happen to her, okay? Because I know that the hospital is going to get attacked at some part, and I'm scared for her. I think Ted, dead. Karen, I'm scared for. I don't want anything bad to happen to Karen. Mind you, she's laying there like with a thing like, right now, but nothing worse, please. She put up a good fight. She didn't believe Holly at first, but she locked in when she needed to, which I really appreciated. And I just love a badass mom, especially if they're a badass wine mom. Yeah, that's Karen Wheeler, hands down, and I love her. So she's going right at the top of A. I'm probably going to mix this list up a little bit at the end and go through a little bit just to see like my definitive ranking. So don't take anything too serious yet until the end, okay? Next we have Lucas. I was not the biggest fan of Lucas the first few seasons, just because I don't think he had a solid storyline that I could really care about. Now, season 4 is when I really started caring, when him and Max developed their feelings. Or no, it was like season 2 or 3 that him and Max started developing feelings. But season 4, I feel like he became really complex, and he had to pick, you know? What life do you want? Do you want this bland ass, straight ass, boring ass life being a basketball player with all these douchebags? Or do you want to fight for your girl and fight for your friends? And he was able to lock in. And I think that Lucas is an amazing character. And I am so terrified for him because I've seen so many people posting videos of like me on December 25th when Lucas dies right before Max wakes up. I'm like, cut it out. Lucas, I'm going to put in... He is Stranger Things, so I'm going to put him at the bottom of S tier. Because I think all the other 4 characters I like more. But he has really grown on me, and I do not want anything to happen to him. Next we have Max. Oh, Max. How I Love You So has one of the best episodes focused on her in the entirety of the show. Like, she is everything. She came into that friend group already knowing that she was one of the baddest bitches around. And she deserves the world, okay? She doesn't deserve a coma. She deserves the world. Her love story with Lucas, obsessed. Her death shocked me, okay? Like I said, I got Eddie spoiled for me. I didn't know about Max. I was like, damn, they got Eddie. That's upsetting. Well, let's end the episode now. And then that happened. I was mad. I wasn't even sad. I didn't cry. I genuinely got mad. I was like, what? I was like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? This whole season was like so centered on her, and then it was just like, and I was like, so upset. Max deserves better, and I am not scared for her this season. I will say that. I don't think they're going to put her in a coma and have her go through all this escaping the, what is it, Alka? I don't know. Camazotz or something. I don't think they're going to do all that and then just kill her off. I think they would kill Lucas before they kill Max. But that's just my prediction. But that being said, I'm going to put Max right here. I do like Max more than Dustin. I'm sorry to my Dustin lovers. I'm obsessed with her. And the season 3 storyline of her and Elle becoming best friends, I really was obsessed. Like, I love girl power. Like, they were so cute. I was like, no. So amazing. And her death, probably... No, well, I don't know why I did that, because she died. So, her death, probably one of the best moments of the show. And her running up that hill, one of the best moments of the show. So, she has 2 of the most iconic scenes in the entire series. Yeah, girl, you are way up there. Also, fun fact, okay? This was a gag. Fun fact, I went to go see Hell's Kitchen on Broadway by myself just for fun because I love Jessica Vosk. Sorry, I'm on a rant. It's my ADHD. Halfway through, during intermission of that Broadway show, right? I go outside just to hit my vape because I was like, well, whatever. I have some time. Right next to the theater that I was sitting outside waiting at, Sadie Sink was coming out of Operation Mincemeat to do her stage door, and I got to see her in person for free. I was gagged. I walked out to vape. I was like, ooh, I need one of these vape hits. And then I turn and I go, that's Sadie Sink. That is Max Mayfield. I'm about to lose my mind. And then I FaceTime my bestie and I said, look who it is. And she was like, oh my God. And I was like, yeah, one of the greatest days ever because what? So, Sadie Sink, I love you, and you are a fantastic actress. Next we have Mike Wheeler. Burp. Mike. What can we say about Mike? I feel like he's the blueprint, right? He always seemed like out of the 4, he was like supposed to be like the main guy. Like, tell me if you disagree, but he was always like the main one. Like, they all had their different things, and Mike was just like, I'm here to be the main one. Ooh, I'm Mike. So I never really like fell in love with his character. But I fell in love with how he fell in love with Elle, and that made me fall in love with him, if that makes sense. He was always adorable. Him screaming in season one of the best moments. Mom, I'm coming! I was like, he's funny. That's one thing. He's funny. He cares. He locks in when he needs to. He grew a lot, which I feel like is very important to his character and to the show. And I think he's solid. I'm going to put him in S tier, but lower because, again, I love women. I really do. Women are amazing. I love you, my girlies. So he just, like, is good. I like him. I would put him at the bottom because I think I like Lucas more after season 3 and 4. Next is Murray. I like Murray. He's fine. I think that he was really helpful in season 4, and he really proved himself in season 4. Season 5, he's still there, and he's still doing stuff, but he's Murray, you know? Like, he's funny. He helps. So I'm going to put him at the bottom of B. Yeah, sure. Nancy. Diva down. Someone get this girl a gun and let her go to work, okay? Nancy Wheeler, look at her. Look at this picture. Like, she's such a baddie. Just the hair, the face. Her, like, mugging to the face. I'm like, yes. Nancy Wheeler, hands down, one of my faves, honestly. Of course, she's made mistakes. We all have, whatever. But she's really learned. She's really grown. And she's become, like, the sharpshooter of the group. And I think that that's iconic. It's iconic. One thing, though, girl, when they were shooting at Vecna, why didn't she shoot him in the head? She aimed for his stomach every single time. And I remember sitting there, like, years ago, being like, shoot him in the head! Shoot him in the head! But she didn't. That's fine. But I love Nancy. I feel like she has such a great relationship with Steve, with Jonathan, with Mike, with the kids, with everyone. Like, her and Robin going to the, was it like the institution and, like, just getting done what needs to get done, like, that was everything. So, Nancy is Stranger Things. And, ooh, y'all, this is tough. There, okay? There. I think I like Max more than Nancy. Yeah, okay. Dr. Owens. Dr. Owens, now, I like him. He was a good guy. He was nice. He was sweet. He cared, unlike Dr. Brenner. Let's move Dr. Brenner down here. I'm sorry, he's a fucking asshole. Dr. Owens cared. He showed that. He didn't really have much to do, but he was there, and he was helpful, and he was nice, so I'm going to put him in C. Robin. Fairly new character-ish. Not really. But she came in, and you immediately knew what she was giving, you know? People love to call her a Nepo baby. Whatever. She's a great character, and she's great at acting as her character. The fact that her monologue is what unlocks Will's gay powers. Come on now. If that sequence was a bit longer, I would have sobbed. I did cry, but it was more like a, oh my god. And it wasn't like a, you know? So she's been very integral to everybody, you know? I love when someone comes in and they just know their place and they know how they fit in and also stand out, and they use both of those to make a difference in the entirety of the mission. And she's been amazing at that. Very nervous for her this season. Very scared. Is she Stranger Things, y'all? Robin? Do I like Robin more than Mike? Do I like Robin more than Mike? Low key I do. I'm gonna put Robin right there. Sorry, I mean, if you can't tell by this list, like, you know, I love everyone. So, Steve the Harrington. We all love Steve. Y'all are gonna hate me, and this channel is never gonna blow up, never gonna get views, but I don't think I'm as big of a stan of Steve as the world collectively is. But I love him dearly, okay? Okay? Calm down. With your pitchforks and your typing and shit. I love him. I think he's great. I think he's amazing with the kids. His character arc is one of the best in the show. Him and Dustin's friendship, can't beat it. He's annoying me a little bit this season with the whole Jonathan rivalry, but I'm sure that'll get wrapped up in a way where it's like, yay, that's awesome, now you're dead, because I personally think they're going to kill him off. I think it's so hard. Like, I think he's... But I'm sad about that. Like, I'm really sad about that. I really like Steve. And I love having, like, a male, like, whoo kind of character that comes into a show and then proves to the audience why that's not who they are. And that's not their whole gig. And I love him for that. I think he is like 100% goner. If I'm wrong about this, I will make an apology video, but I'm really, really nervous for him this season. I love him a lot. I'm going to put him right there. Vecna. Vecna's entrance into the show changed the show up, okay? I remember how it felt watching every single season of Stranger Things, even from when I was like 10 years old. I remember all of it. Season 4 felt different. His entry into it and what he could do changed the show for me. And as someone who is like obsessed with horror movies and horror, all of that, he brought stakes to the show that like were not there before. There was always stakes, there was always intensity, but he was scary. Like, he was genuinely scary. The end of that first episode was terrifying. Him almost getting Max was terrifying. Him in season 5, episode 4 at the end, terrifying. His hand going through the guy's face, terrifying. Everything was scary. Everything was amazing. Everything was intense. And I think that he is one of the most iconic television villains of all time. Like, he's awesome. Like, everyone knows who Vecna is. For being so integral and so iconic, I'm gonna put him in A above Karen. Because, like, we all love Vecna and we all love to hate Vecna. So, whatever. Now, Coconut Head. This is what started it all. Will. If you would ask me last season to rank Will, I'll show you where I would have put him, okay? I would have said, he is Stranger Things, and I would put him right there, okay? I didn't really care about Will. I don't think the majority of people cared that much about Will. Don't worry, I'm not putting him there. I don't think the majority of the audience cared that much about Will until season 5. I think we care about him, but he doesn't have enough for us to really invest into his character. It's always he's gone, or he's missing, or he's sensing something, or he's possessed, or he has something inside of him, or he, like, he doesn't have one of the storylines that the other on the S tier have that really made me invested in his character, other than the fact that everything revolved around him. And that is so okay with what they're doing with him now. Now, he is everything. Gay powers, okay? Gay powers unlocked by a lesbian, okay? That's amazing. And he looked good. Okay? This is not Will anymore. This little coconut head, no. When he went, I was like, yes! The fact that he is just like probably going to be like the biggest force to stopping Vecna, I can't wait to see it. Because Will, we have been waiting for him to get his moment. Everyone else has had their moment. Will's just kind of had this hair. And we have been waiting for him to just let loose and really unlock himself. And all it took was a 45-second monologue from Robin. That's hilarious. That's everything. That's iconic. And Will is going right here, next to his little girly pop. Okay, this is what I have so far. Let's adjust the rankings. Let's adjust them a bit, okay? I want to spread it out. So, Brenner, let's just put him in F for the man that he was, okay? I think, I'm not trying to villainize him just because he was a villain, but I think F is a good spot to put him because he was an asshole. Him, Dr. Owens, he didn't have too much. I'm going to put him in D. He was helpful, he was nice, he cared, but like, do we care? That's the question. Argyle and Murray in C, that feels right to me. B, do I like Murray or Argyle more? I think I like Murray more. Argyle was funny, but like that was like his main thing. And he like had a pizza box or something, I don't know, that's cool. The B tier, this one might be controversial because I just like don't remember the earlier seasons that crazy. But I did really like Bob, and I thought he was cute, and everyone was sad when he died. And Jonathan, just, he's, you know, out of like the original main cast, he's probably my least favorite of like the group. Like, he's fine. I like him. Tier A, Eddie, Erica, Karen, Vecna. Ooh, I feel like I'm gonna get clowned for putting Karen and Erica above Eddie because people just love Eddie, but I don't care. I love my girl bosses, and both of them, they are everything that I need. So I'm pretty cool with A tier. I think Vecna at the top of A is perfect because he didn't start Stranger Things, but he is now one of the first things you think of when Stranger Things happens, and that's because he is so iconic and a force of a threat. Like, he is a force. So this tier, good. Now, let's arrange these core members of Stranger Things, okay? Who's my least favorite? Who is my least favorite? I think it would be Mike. Yeah. I love Mike, but he's Mike, you know? Hey, it's Mike. Like, yeah. So he's going to be at the bottom of it, but I really hope nothing happens to him because I just want all of them to be happy. I just want them all to just live happily ever after. Like, they've been through so much. Yeah, Mike's at the bottom. Robin, I know people sometimes hate on her or sometimes hate on her character or how they're portraying her this season because it's like different from last season, but I'm like, she's always been this way, loves. She's just more comfortable in the group now. She's more comfortable being herself. I'm really happy to see what they're doing with her. Will, Lucas, Steve, I think those three are good. Also, the acting this season, so good. I can't even. Dustin, Nancy, Max. This is tough for me. I really love all of them. But I think I care more about my girl bosses than my Dustin. But I love Dustin, like I love him. And I'm so excited to see his, not redemption arc, but just like arc this season that he goes on with like finding himself again and not just letting the depression of what has happened overtake him. He's going to be unstoppable. So I'm going to put him right there, Nancy right there, Max right there. Max, I fucking love Max. And then these three, do I put 11 over Hopper? No, I'm sorry. No, I don't. Because the letter that he wrote to Elle at the end of season 3, probably my favorite moment of the entire show. Every single time I watch it, I cry. I cry so bad. I don't think I have it with me right now, but I bought an $80 like collector's edition Stranger Things box that has like 30 different little items from the show. Not like actually from the show, but like replicas. And I hung his letter up on the wall, every single page in a row, because I thought that monologue was so fierce, okay? So fierce, emotional, and just brought out every single part of me that like yearned for a father figure, okay? It fixed all my daddy issues. I was like, Hopper, you're amazing. And him and Elle complement each other so well. And then Joyce, y'all. I'm sorry. I've been going through kind of a thing with myself trying to figure out who is my favorite character in the show. Sometimes it's Elle, sometimes it's Hopper, sometimes it's Joyce, sometimes it's Max. Like, I've been going through it with myself. It's Joyce for me. Like, I love a mother who just kicks ass and who cares about everyone. And she always cared about everyone. Her and Hopper, Mama, Papa, and... well, not Mama, Papa... Mama, Father, and Elle being the top three. That's perfect. That's my favorite dynamic, like, in the whole show, honestly. I'm obsessed with them. And, yeah, I think that this is my list of the main cast. If Ted was on there, he'd be F. Maybe a low D now, because he at least hit that Demogorgon once with a bat, I think. But, yeah, this is my list. Please, let me know in the comments what y'all think, what you agree with, what you don't agree with. This is YouTube, we have opinions, don't hate me, hey, whatever, you know? But yeah, this is my list, and I am completely terrified for every single one of these characters. Except for the ones that have died. I'm terrified. Yeah. I kind of ate with this. I like this one. Yeah, I like it. So, there you have it. That is my Stranger Things character tier list. I've been wanting to do that for a while, and I'm excited that I did because it was fun. It was fun, and there's a lot of good characters in the show. Like, that's one of my favorite things. Like, there's always something likable about pretty much all of the characters. And I am terrified. I am terrified for Volume 2. I love that they released it on Christmas so they could be like, hey guys, Merry Christmas, Steve's dead. Or like, hey guys, Merry Christmas, Elle's dead. And then they're just leaving us to be like, and Happy New Year. I'm like, thanks guys so much. So that's awesome. But I will be tuning in on Christmas, okay? On Christmas, I will be there. Open presents, holly jolly, bye. I'm retreating to my room to watch Stranger Things for 5 hours in a row, okay? Don't question me. Don't ask where I am. Hand me some popcorn and let me go because I need to see what happens. I am obsessed with this show. This show has meant the absolute world to me. And these characters have meant the world to me, honestly. And the fact that it all basically rests on one little queer shoulder now. I'm like, oh, we got this. We got this. Gay power. So if you enjoyed that tier list, thanks. I mean, it was a mess. Like, I just kind of talked the whole time, but hey, attention deficit hyperactive disorder. Like, so, if you enjoyed it, please subscribe. Leave some comments. Let me know who's your favorite character and why. Who's your least favorite character? Why? Who do you absolutely loathe? Who do you wish would just die right now? Tell me. Who's your favorite character? Who, if they touch a hair on their head, you were rioting, you were showing up to the writer's room with signs and going on a whole protest? Who? Tell me, because I actually really want to know. I would love to have more discussions about the show because it is such a staple of society right now that it's just a blast to talk about. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is probably going to be my first video. If it's not, then I flopped hardcore and this is my second or third, but whatever. Yeah, this has been Vibes with Jay. I hope you all vibed, and you have been sitting here with Jay for a while, so hey, there you go. I will see you in the next video. Bye.